Hey everybody, Mike here. Got another cool one to show you today. This is the Milwaukee Utility Bucket Light. But you haven't seen one of these, this is mainly produced for your linemen or your guys that are out there working on your utility lines. This is designed to basically hang over the end of a bucket while you're up in the air. Now this is what comes in your little kit here. First off, it's got this nice little carrying case that has a shoulder strap here. I really like this. You're able to keep everything, all the contents together and keep it nice until the time comes where I actually need to break it out and use it. Also in this kit comes 2 of these 8 amp hour batteries. I've got one inside here as well already. And then you get your charger as well, which I keep in the kit. Everything's got a nice spot that tucks into, real nice and neat. It's a really well thought out bag. Now most of us in the field and the industry, unless you're one of these big fancy power companies where you got the big stadium lights that they roll out there, that little tow behind units, which we don't have. So we've always had to rely on headlamps or real bright stream lights, something of that nature. Until this came out, we were able to talk to the company into giving us a few of these to try out. So you get the battery in this, it stores right here in the front by just simply by opening that up, and your battery stores right in there like so. And then that just clamps back in place. Now this is designed to go pretty much over any bucket edge right here, like you see. And then it's got a nice little hook on the back here, which I'm usually able to hang something lightweight on the back of that. And that kind of helps keep the light anchored to the bucket so it doesn't accidentally tip or whatnot. Now, what's cool about this is a spot and a floodlight. You can pull these out like that, and then they also swivel around like so. So if I hit the power button here, you'll see both of these lights illuminate. I've got a mode button up here on top as well. So I'm able to switch that light around like you see. And then I've also got a mode button for this one here. So there's 2 different mode buttons on top, and they both operate each light, depending on what lighting you need. So you get this thing up on your bucket, you can kind of get that thing aimed. So if you're working on one thing here, but you need to be able to see down the line, maybe you're hoisting up a strand from the other end, you can turn that way and be able to see both directions at once. And then your power button turns it back off again. It's an extremely cool light. It does have a pretty hefty price tag with it, but I will say I've used this thing a couple dozen times now on call outs, or when I've got stuck out working late in the evenings. It does an extremely good job. I don't need a lot of extra light on top of this, at least in the bucket while I'm up working aloft. Some of the guys down low, they'll still run their own lights to be able to see what they're doing while they're working. Now I will say on this thing, even with running these 8 amp hour batteries like you see here, you will get about 4 hours of runtime roughly on the flood mode. You can get about 6 hours of runtime on the spotlight mode. So not too terrible, it does a pretty good job. That's the nice thing about it. You got 2 batteries, so you should be able to get through one shift with these. Worst case scenario, we've got a bunch of 5 amp hour batteries around too that work for our drills and sawzalls and whatnot. We can always stab one of those in here as well. The only difference is the runtime on those is a little bit less. But like I said, we've been pretty impressed with this light on our crew so far. We've owned it for a couple years now. It's one of the better lights we've had available to us anyways. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. You guys be safe out there, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.